When looking at where to try a new restaurant, have you only focused on negative reviews and when the last one occurred? When I was little, my mother always had her kids look at the reviews of restaurants to see where we'd go for dinner. She made it into a game because my siblings and I were incredibly competitive. The goal was to find a restaurant that the others could not debunk through recent bad reviews. The game was difficult because most of the restaurants that other people enjoyed and recommended to me by word of mouth often had low ratings on the review sites, either from slow service, gross food, wait times lasting forever. This felt backwards to me, and I was confused by the mixed results. I later learned that people are more likely to leave a negative review because of terrible service than to leave a great review due to an amazing experience. People tend to give recommendations by speaking to one another, but taking the time and effort to post a review about their experience does not happen unless it's fueled by a big emotion. The big emotion is either extreme satisfaction or dissatisfaction, but it does not take as much dissatisfaction to write a bad review than it takes to write a complimentary review from satisfaction. Hindsight Consulting was originally a group project that 5 students at the University of West Georgia created in a business communications class. After graduating, they decided to use the business plan to become entrepreneurs of a restaurant review company since all of them really enjoyed working with each other. And they wanted to help the restaurants improve in their own towns. In 2021, the company was founded after the group of students used the funds from a pitch contest at the University of West Georgia that they had won. At this point, the students were fresh out of college and trying to enter the restaurant review business with their company and succeeded. The next award they won was the Carroll County Chamber's upcoming Business Award of 2021. Our vision statement is we believe that every restaurant can thrive through informed decision making and strategic planning, and we aim to provide insightful, actionable solutions tailored to the unique challenges faced by the dynamic restaurant industry. With a specialization in family-friendly restaurants, we try to customize all experiences to the clients for the best results and success. Our team is composed of members who bring a wealth of experience and a deep understanding of the nuances that drive the success in the culinary world. With such high values in family and community, we support our own and each of our clients. The belief of keeping such strong ties to one another truly helps our communication, the success of all parties involved, and the increase of morale. To ensure complete transparency, our team is well trained to have good listening skills, keep consistent communication between all parties involved in posting regular updates, as well as taking the time to ensure the client fully understands what the plan of action is and why. We believe strongly that communication is key when working with clients and each other. Our overall goal is to help all of our clients achieve the highest form of success, and hopefully one day a Michelin star. All of that information is beneficial to our clients and potential clients because it shows just how much Hindsight Consulting values them. If they are successful, then we are successful, and vice versa. If a company shows no interest in its clients, then the clients are not going to continue to keep going to that company. But here at Hindsight Consulting, we show that we care for your success. I'm Dankenbrink, and I was a part of the group that started Hindsight Consulting, making me a co-owner. The group project was so successful in class that we felt as a group that it would benefit the community if it was a genuine business, so we turned it into one. I graduated from the University of West Georgia with a bachelor's degree in accounting and have previously run successful businesses, including Cadence Cleaning Company LLC. Running other business lets me take the knowledge of how best to communicate with coworkers and clientele, and building other business also lets me have the insider scoop onto what clients must deal with when they're trying to run their own businesses. I can show different strategies that I've found successful or alternative routes to the end goal of improvement. I have taken several courses on how the restaurant industry functions and focused on the community to see what they want from the businesses. Business management courses and my accounting degree allow me to figure out the business aspect of the restaurants as well, so that way the culinary aspect and the business aspects both increase together. By doing this, the balance is kept and not tipping the scale in too much in one direction or the other. My history and experience shows that clients are well cared for, and I'm not someone new to the business or industry. I could show my success results from past clients and their reviews and be completely thorough and transparent with all clients and coworkers. Clients need to know all of that just to be able to trust a business with their own business. Hindsight Consulting strives to show that we are trustworthy enough to help clients improve and become even more successful. Without trusted communication, there will be no success or productivity. So we attempt to gain and build upon our credibility and reputation to become a trustworthy business that strives to help others. La Bamba Mexican Bar and Grill is a Mexican-style, family-friendly restaurant in Dallas, Georgia since 2012. They serve burritos, enchiladas, nachos, and margaritas. The Bamba Nachos and Bamba Fajitas are the restaurant's and employees' recommended favorites. It is owned by a millionaire who owns several other restaurants in the same area. Fiesta Azteca and San Lucas are its main competitors. Both are local Mexican restaurants in the general area with similar menu items, prices, and styles. The major differences are that the competitors are newer, in higher traffic areas, and have higher reviews than La Bamba Mexican Bar and Grill. There are some strengths of La Bamba Mexican Bar and Grill that they do well. The atmosphere of the restaurant does a wonderful job of keeping a family-friendly vibe throughout the day. A recent review states karaoke Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 7 to 10. Family atmosphere. The crowd is wonderful. DJ Dice is really good. Keeps the crowd engaged on Google. It shows how customers appreciate the style and atmosphere. Love the food here. Can't go wrong with any of the combos. The quesadillas are really solid as well. Go-to spot for our family. Was another complimentary review that a customer left that compliments their food. Lots of people enjoy the food, and that is a main portion of the restaurant business. Customers at restaurants normally wish to eat and drink in the establishment, so if that aspect is excelling, then that is a positive impact for the restaurant. Some customers enjoy their extra seating arrangements, like the patio. A customer writes, "Sat outside, just a little warm, food was good." Sitting on the patio enhanced the customer's experience while they ate. Extra seating options are always an innovative idea since a choice of seating can always add to the atmosphere and experience. While La Bamba Mexican Bar and Grill has lots of strengths, there are still areas for improvement. With the review stating, "We came and ate dinner tonight and got awful service. Our waitress was named Jordan, and she gave so much attitude and then was goofing off with other employees while we needed drink refills. I had to ask another server. She also had her hair down. I work in food industry, and that is a big health issue. Very disappointed in our service site." It shows just how little the server cared about the table. Servers are the face of the restaurant while servicing a table. So when they're not treating the customer correctly, then the restaurant takes a hit on its reputation. The servers need help, but so do the managers. The manager is rude, doesn't care about customer service. They are so slow in making takeout orders. The worst place to get takeout, the manager is a woman with blonde hair, awful person. Represents how a customer feels about their treatment by the manager. Managers should have the most customer service training and should be the ones to resolve issues, not making the customer's experience worse. Food is alright. It's fairly typical of your Americanized Mexican food. Not a lot of options nearby in Villa Rica without going to a larger city. It's a good place that can accommodate a small gathering with friends and family. If you go, I wouldn't expect to be in and out quickly. Everything seems to move slowly. And if you're there to socialize, it's fine. If you're trying to get some food in you in a reasonable amount of time, maybe go next door at dinner time. There's a review that shows that their speed of service is not up to par. Service speed is important, especially if you want to turn more tables and lower wait times. Quicker service often leads to more tables being sat, higher income for the restaurant, and customers would want to return rather than a slow service, and the customers either leaving before being sat due to no available tables, hungry and frustrated for slow food service, or threatening to not return due to service taking too much of their time. It is important to figure out where the restaurant needs to improve and what they can count as a higher quality. In La Bamba's case, their food and atmosphere are their excelling areas while their service is what needs to be improved. Hindsight Consulting will point out these areas and thoroughly explain how these areas will affect the overall business. Their competition at San Lucas Mexican restaurant is quite the opposite. The servers are praised in the reviews, but their food needs slight improvement. Fiesta Azteca also needs a lot of improvement with their food, but they have friendly staff. Hindsight Consulting will help you see how competitors are doing in the overall business, what the competitors are doing better, and what the client is excelling in. We then go through the extensive process of finding the right recommendations to give to you to help your restaurant succeed. These recommendations are flexible, thoroughly explained and adjustable to each client with the major threats and opportunities first. One recommendation Hindsight Consulting would make would be to retrain all the staff members to provide better customer service. It tackles rudeness, disrespect, and even the behaviors that give customers an unpleasant experience. Empathy would rise, customer satisfaction would increase, and the customer base would grow. Another recommendation would be to invest in kiosk tablets to increase the service speed as well as allow the customers to pay when they're ready to leave, control more of their situation, and stop servers from lurking around the table waiting for payment, which was stated in a couple of reviews. Food is a hit or miss when it comes to La Bamba. Though most reviews have positive insights on food, we would recommend consistent standards to ensure that it comes out the same every time to each of the diners. Customers wish for consistency when getting food because no one wants to gamble whether they're going to eat delicious food or inedible food. My friends and I haven't seen each other in months. We were basically pushed out of our booth. The rudest thing was they took the checks before we left. They kept coming by the table and looking at us. I will not be back, is what we view as a customer defection, and La Bamba is losing customers. Steps to stop more customers from leaving would either to have a POS system for the customers to use on their own or a better explanation to the customer of why checks need to be collected at that point in time. Another major change that should happen would be to redo the to-go or call-ins for food orders to solve the issues of this review. I called in my order and arrived 15 minutes later. Once I got there, my order was not ready, so I had to wait an additional 20 minutes for my food. So I waited over 30 minutes just to get burnt food. I called the restaurant and requested a refund. No apologies for wasting my time, like, dang, did you know my food was burnt before you even gave it to me? I will never spend another dime at this no-good restaurant. While to-go and order call-ins can be very profitable, there is a miscommunication between hosts and kitchen when placing orders. We would recommend getting a dedicated person to only focus on to-go or call-in orders so that there is enough attention to details while the rest of the restaurant functions more smoothly with one less thing to worry about. The last major change would be thoroughly cleaning and exterminating all bugs and rodents. There have been several word-of-mouth recommendations not to eat there due to all of the cockroaches people see crawling on the walls and floor. Some even claim to see mouse pellets in corners and under booths. This is a huge red flag in the restaurant industry and needs to be addressed immediately before any other steps take place. With rodents and bugs infesting the restaurant, it is not sanitary nor acceptable to serve food. It is one of the biggest customer deterrents, and if caught by the government, it would cause the restaurant to close. This is a visual representation of the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that have been presented, or the SWOT analysis. This chart can be very helpful since it takes a lot of information and condenses it into manageable pieces to adjust into your company. It also shows main points of information to make things clearer and easier to understand. In conclusion, restaurant reviews hold a lot of power over what will eventually happen to the restaurant. That is why here at Hindsight Consulting we use the past experience to help shape your future. Checking reviews should be done daily, if not every other day. It allows management to identify the errors and fix any simple or complicated problems before they impact and affect the business. Comparing reviews between competitors is one of the best ways to find out how your business is doing and where you can improve to meet and exceed your competitors, while also finding your competitive edge. The more competitive edges you have, the more customers will want to dine in your establishment. Thank you so very much for choosing Hindsight Consulting to help you on your journey to increase your business to a higher level of success. Our email is info@hindsightconsulting.com, and to reach me personally, my email is dankenbrink@hindsightconsulting.com. We at Hindsight Consulting are giving away these dark green sunglasses so that, just like our motto, your vision becomes clear. As you look into a bright future with us, please feel free to reach out as we are available to help you succeed in your journey. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and I hope you have found it helpful.